Hey, so I thought I would show you the exercises and you could do them at home on your own time. I hope you can see okay. There's some sun coming through the window right here. Let me see if I can get rid of that. I don't know if that's helping much, but anywho, so this is what I usually do. I got some of these exercises from the Svelte. It's a lady who teaches you different motions that you can do to maximize your energy use. And so I usually start out with this one. I tighten up my core, which I kind of feel like I'm just tightening it up, and I put my arms up kind of like at a goal sign, and I lift my leg up to the side while I tighten up my core. And I do 10 on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And again, I'm keeping all this tight while I do it. Then I keep my hands up and I keep my core tight again, and I do a swing around with my hip on each leg, and again I do 10 on each side. It's like swing around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then you got 20 of them. And the next thing I do is I do a squat with my knees out and my feet out. I don't know if you can see. So I turn my feet out, I tuck my butt up, tighten my butt muscles, tighten my core, and I do 20 squats in that way. Try not to let my knees go too far over the tips of my toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then I do the same thing, except I turn my toes forward and my knees go forward. Again, try not to let my knees go too far over the tips of my toes. 20 times on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, it looks really silly, but I do my tippy toes out again. I come up on my tiptoes, so my knees are going out, and I'm on my tiptoes on each side. And then you just jostle. You just jostle. You're kind of shaking all this area while you do it. And you do it for a count of 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we're almost done with our legs. I do a leg raise with each leg 10 times, and then I do a backward leg raise. So, show you kind of from behind, if I were holding on to something, so I'm going to just hold on to the wall, I'm going to lift my leg up to the side, tightening up those muscles. I kind of lean over, and I do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then I go straight out to the back with this leg, just straight out to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I don't know if you've noticed, I never point my toe. I always flex my foot because that maximizes the stretch. So keep your foot flexed, not pointed. And then I repeat that with my other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then straight back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And that's all I do for my legs. Now, I have some arm exercises that I do. I'll see if I can get those. So, still did that too much. So, these are our resistance training. So I'm going to roll up my sleeves so I can point out to the arm groups that I'm working on. So first I work my biceps. And I do that with my own resistance so that I'm pushing down with this hand as I'm curling up with this hand. I do 20 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Same thing on this other side. Push down with your other hand and curl with this hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that kind of works your top portion of the biceps. So now I'm going to work the bottom portion. I'm going to try to keep my elbows stable. Again, pushing out with this hand, curling with this hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. and pushing it with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So then I work my biceps now. I'm going to work my triceps. Kind of looks similar, but you're going to swap your hands around. So now I'm going to be taking this hand, I'm going to be pushing it down, and I'm using this one to push it back up. So straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Same thing on the other arm. And if you're doing this hard enough, your muscles should be hurting because you're pushing on with each hand. So you're getting a workout with each arm. So again, I'm going to be working this side, so I'm going to be pushing down with this hand and pushing up with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And if you've noticed, I move around. Usually I'm doing these arm exercises when I'm out walking. But when the weather's bad, you can do all this inside. So now I do the second one for my my triceps. And that's where I push straight out. Again, try to keep my elbow straight. Try to keep it about right here. I'm going to be pushing this hand out like this. So you can be pushing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Other arm. Straight out. Pushing this hand out. Ready? So clamp it. Set your elbow where you want it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, so now I work my biceps and my triceps, and now I'm going to work my shoulders. And this one, I grab my my wrist. Boy, that sun's bright. Grab my wrist. See if I can swap that. Isn't any helpful? It might be. I should have done that from the get-go. So I grab my wrist, and then I'm going to pull it up to the side. While I'm pulling down with this arm, I'm going to be pushing up with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Other side. Grab your wrist, and then you're going to be doing this motion with your wrist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, Then my other shoulder exercise, I'm going to be taking my arm, I'm going to be pushing it up like I'm doing a press. So I'm going to squat a little so you can see me. So you're just going to go straight up with this, straight up like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And if you're doing these hard enough and giving yourself enough resistance, by now your muscles should be pretty intensely screaming. Mine are anyway. Again, I don't ever do any true weights. This is all I do is resistance training. So then I'm going to do this side, straight up with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now the last thing I do is chest exercises. I do these in a set of 10. I go 10 straight out. Again, I'm just like I'm doing a push-up, straight out. Then I go 10 at an incline. So straight out and then 10 at an incline. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then at an incline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same thing for the other side. Straight out and then at an incline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oops, sorry, I went to 12. No, 10 straight up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. And the last thing is I just do presses together. I do 10 presses down here. Again, this is chest. 10 presses here, then 10 presses up here. So again, I'm just pushing my hands together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then straight out. Straight at your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then kind of up over my head doing the same thing, pushing them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so there you go. You know, if you just go from one to the next, you can usually get them done in like 15 minutes. And that's a really good full body workout in a 15-minute period. Hope it helps.